All right. So instead of doing a review on a whole Predators segment today, I wanted to do something a little bit different, and that is to just look at some underrated and underappreciated TCAP moments. Oh, what the hell? Um,
She said.
um,
And
okay, that was a bit odd. So instead of doing that, I wanted to look at some underrated TCAP moments, and case in point right here is Deepak Bist. He's not he's not a top tier predator. He's not a second tier predator. He's probably in that third tier predator kind of throwaway beef side footage. But there are some moments that I do like about Deepak Bist here. I'm not sure how this is gonna go, how long this is gonna be. It's supposed to be a bit quicker look because as you can see, I skipped here to 307 out of 432. So it's gonna be like a little bit, a minute and a half's worth of commentary. And Bist, he's not really particularly interesting as a predator. Yeah, the most maybe intriguing thing about his main confrontation with Chris is that he pulled the flowers out of his whatever this is, windbreaker, whatever this is here. He had a long chat log, about a month's worth. He's foreign also. But yeah, it's just he's not very interesting other than that, except for this last minute and a half here, basically, which is where I'm going to start it from. So let's just get into it. So this is like towards the end of the big reveal right here. So let's just start it up.
despite admitting he was a Dateline To Catch a Predator viewer, Bist still doesn't seem to realize exactly what's going on.
What do you think should happen to you? You really don't know. But let me tell you something that I know, and that is I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
So right away we get a nice Hansen zinger right there. Yeah, Hansen does it. It's a pretty good zinger. What do you think should happen to you? I don't know. Well, let me tell you something that I know. And that's ridiculous too that Bist has apparently seen the show before and he's still here. And what he did, he's like his excuses also were like, okay, she told me to do it. He was blaming the decoy as his major excuse. You'll see that a little bit when we see some of the interrogation footage. He was basically blaming the decoy, and if he's an avid to catch a predator viewer, he should know that, hey, well, first of all, if he was an avid TCAP viewer, he would know, hey, you should probably bolt it as soon as you get in, as soon as you see Chris Hansen pop up, as soon as you see like the bar with one stool on the other side. That's basically the point, I think, where if you are actually a hardcore TCAP viewer, you would know, hey, I should probably leave right now. Bist, I don't know if Bist didn't pay attention when he watched or what, but yeah, he didn't know to walk away. But yeah, he should know that, hey, just keep quiet when you see Chris Hansen. And I don't think he even recognizes that this is Chris Hansen either, because at this point, he should be running. I mean, I don't know what he's doing. Let's keep going.
And we're doing a story on adults who try to meet children online for sex. If there's anything else you'd like to tell us?
So, okay, I'm gonna go back just a little bit. Yeah, okay. So he pulls a David Shoemaker right there and pulls his shirt over his head as he comes up with a disguise, as David Schumacher did. He's just missing the hat, and he would just basically be David Shoemaker, whatever the hell you want to call it. But yeah, it's funny too because he struggles to get his head into his jacket. Let's watch
On
that.
adults who try to meet children online for sex.
Because I think it's only like a quarter zip. I can't tell if it's a full zip jacket or a quarter zip. So because it's a quarter zip jacket, he can't get his head in there all the way.
Doing a story on adults who try to meet
I'm pretty sure it's a quarter zip jacket.
children online for sex.
So he can't get it into the neck hole. without having to move his whole neck down. Yeah, that's pretty funny right there. It's just showing more of the awkwardness of Deepak Bist. He can't get his head into his windbreaker. That's pretty funny.
If there's anything else you'd like to tell us.
Bist walks outside.
And this is probably why I wanted to look at this. This is the underrated moment right here that I really do like. Right here it's coming up. His arrest is I find it pretty comical.
Into the hands of the Flagler Beach police.
Just walk. Get in here!
So he fucking he's just like I think he was pretty shocked. Honestly, I think he was really shocked. And he just couldn't believe it. He's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. And so he's just kind of like, he's not resisting. I don't think he was obviously not resisting. He got taken pretty quickly there, but it's just like kind of like disbelief that this was really happening to him. So he's just like, he doesn't know what to do. He's just kind of, his first instinct I think is to just go into the house. I don't know. It's very odd. It's very odd, but it's just kind of weird. Like, I don't know. I've seen comparisons where he thinks it's like Grand Theft Auto, and you can just go back into your safe house and it just, oh yeah, it'll just all go away after a while. But no, that's not how the real world works. But it's pretty funny. And then he gets grabbed. I love the way he gets grabbed by the arresting officer here. He's just like a little piece of shit. You know, he's just
Police.
Just walk. Get in here!
turns back into the house. And just look at the way that he gets grabbed right there. He just has no chance.
Just walk. Get in here!
They just grab him like he's nothing. Like if that was like Lee Greer or fucking Twink Toilet, some of the other fatter predators, they wouldn't have been able to do that. But since Deepak Bist is like a complete, it's like all skin and bones basically, they got him. And they forcibly grabbed him. You know that they just grab him like he's nothing. That's funny. That's just funny to me.
Just walk. Get in here! You got any weapons on you? What? No weapons.
During his
So that was the main point here. We're gonna watch the rest of this footage because I do like some of his interrogation footage. If you ever seen his full, I do recommend. I do remember watching his full interrogation, and it was pretty interesting. I did like it, and he was trying. I don't know what the hell was wrong with this guy, but it's like he's in this bad situation. I think he fled the country, so he probably had that in the back of his head about why he could just forget about it and do some odd things in the interrogation room. But he was like kind of like not flirting with the female officer or the interrogator, whatever you want to call it. Not flirting with her, but just kind of playing along, trying to be like a buddy. Like, I don't think he realized the gravity of his situation. We'll see a little bit of it right here, but it's a bit interesting.
His question.
It's a bit interesting. I do recommend watching this whole thing. It's pretty interesting.
At the police station, Bist goes back to blaming the decoy.
Well, she lured me, I would say that.
Run that by me again.
She lured me, I mean.
But under more questions.
She lured me. And then the officer, run that by me again? Like, yeah, come on, Bist. You gotta have a better excuse than that, man. It's so simple, you know. You're an adult. He's like in his mid-20s here. Should be in the prime of his life. And he's just like, oh man, this 13-year-old girl, you know, forced me to come here because I couldn't say no. She used her female powers, as Lauren Armstrong would say, to get me here. And that's not accurate. You know, you're the adult, man. You gotta have something better to do at 20, in your mid-20s. I think he was in college or he was a graduate student at this point. And it's just like, come on, you gotta have something better to do than talk online to a 13-year-old girl, man. And he chatted with her for like a month. Like, it was like a Lauren-esque chat where it's just like so long in terms of how many days and weeks he chatted with her, and it's just like, come on, Bist. Like, it's pathetic at that age, especially. You know, maybe I don't know. At 37 or 36, I should say, for Lord, it might be a little bit more. Like you know, you just going to work every day. You come home, you do your little whatevers. But Bist, you should be out. You should be out and partying and exploring the town, not chatting with a 13-year-old girl. That's not a good excuse. Let's watch it again. Oh, no, back too far.
Goes back to blaming the decoy.
Well, she lured me, I would say that.
Run that by me again.
She lured me, I mean.
But under
Yeah, I just love how shocked the male officer is.
more
22 years
questioning,
old. You drove from West Palm Beach up
And he
here
just
3.5
looks
to
annoyed. He just looks annoyed, like he wants to get out of there. And he just looks like, oh, I see. He's just more like, I think, it looks like he's more mad that he's in this situation than what actually, like, what is going to happen in the future.
4 hours. Got
4 hours he drove. Like, I mean, that's another thing, Bist. Like, yeah, that even just further proves my point that you gotta have something better to do, man. 4 hours you're gonna drive for a 13-year-old girl. That's an 8-hour round trip. Yeah, that's not good. What a waste of time. What a waste of gas. Also, thanks for making me waste my gas, as Cody Green said.
chocolates, flowers, and
And
lotion.
he is, he looks so sad right there. He's just like a little, like, he doesn't seem like a grown person to me. He seems like a little teddy bear, you know? He's just so sad, you know? It's just funny to me. This is like, he doesn't seem like an adult to me. He just seems like a little kid.
And condoms because you were going to come up to have sex with her. Is that pretty accurate?
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, and then he just, you know, he's guilty. He's guilty. He's so guilty.
Bist is charged with 2 felonies, an attempted lewd act on a child and using a computer to solicit a child for sex. He could face up to 5 years in prison. He later pleaded not guilty.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he fled the country. I don't know. I forgot where he was originally from, but yeah, I think he fled the country, and he never served any time in the States for it.
And because he's from Nepal
Paul, there you go.
and not a U.S. citizen, his case is referred to the Department
That's the one. I do like that about the.
of Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Yeah, that is the one thing I do like about the
Listen,
Flagler Beach
his case
sting, is that
is
they
referred
show
to
them coming out. And it's just like they're still trying to cover their face, but their hands are tied, so they can't do it without turning their head. It's like that footage of Lauren Armstrong getting escorted, I think, to his car to get searched, when has to turn his head completely around to to avoid the cameras, and he complained about that. He's like, "Oh, the cameras were right in my face. They nearly touched me." Like, shut up, Lauren. That's about Lauren. This is about Deepak Bist, and he's just like a little kid, man. I think he is a kid at heart. That doesn't explain his behavior at all. But yeah, that was a pretty quick look at Deepak Bist. Just, you know, skipping the first half really of his footage. I wasn't really interested about that, but just the part where he gets arrested, that she lured me, is really funny to me. So that's why I just wanted to look at that today instead of his whole footage. Save some time while doing it. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Let me know if you want to see any other underrated TCAP moments get looked at. I'm always a fan of doing other things. So until next time, I'll see y'all later.